My child, my beloved, come here. You are so tired. I know you are. What if I told you I'm not asking you to try harder? What if I told you that the key to your breakthrough isn't more effort, but less? In fact, what I'm inviting you into right here and now is a gentle, loving command to stop trying altogether. Cease your striving. Let go. Surrender. This isn't a rebuke for your efforts. It's a divine invitation to find true strength not in your relentless work, but in my unwavering grace. It's an invitation into rest. You've been holding on so tight, trying to control every outcome, steer every conversation, and secure every future. Look at your hands, they're clenched. Look at your shoulders, they're heavy with burdens you were never meant to carry alone. You've been laboring under a yoke of your own making, a yoke of performance and expectation, and it's crushing you. You've been striving, pushing, and trying to be everything for everyone. You feel this crushing pressure, this weight on your chest, to be perfect, to prove your worth, and to earn your place. And it has left you completely and utterly burnt out. The well is dry, the light feels dim, that quiet hum of anxiety has become the soundtrack to your days. So just listen, can you hear the gentleness in my voice? This isn't the voice of a taskmaster, but of a father who sees you, knows you, and loves you more deeply than you can possibly comprehend. I've watched you run yourself ragged. I've seen you toss and turn at night, your mind racing with lists of what you must do, what you should have done, and who you ought to be. I've seen the silent tears you cry when you feel like you've failed yet again. And so I speak these words directly to your weary heart, just as I did long ago. Let them wash over you, not as a history lesson, but as a present and personal call to your soul. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Read those words again, slowly. Come to me. Not to a new method, not to a better strategy, not to a 5-step plan for self-improvement. Just come to me. Bring your exhaustion, bring your burnout, bring the tangled mess of your anxieties and the heavy cloak of your self-criticism. You don't need to clean yourself up before you come. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to come. You are weary. You labor under a heavy load. This isn't my judgment, it's my loving observation. You're burdened by the belief that your worth is tied to your productivity. You're weighed down by the fear of letting people down, of not being enough. You carry the impossible standards of perfectionism that the world and sometimes even religion has placed on your shoulders. And what is my response to all this? Is it a command to be stronger? To try harder? To be better? Now hear the next part of my invitation. No, my beloved. My promise is simple yet so profound. I will give you rest. This isn't a quick nap or a temporary vacation. The rest I offer is for your soul. It's a deep, abiding, supernatural peace that settles into the very core of your being. It untangles the knots of anxiety inside you. It quiets the frantic, demanding voice of the inner critic and replaces it with the gentle, steady whisper of my love. This rest is a gift. It isn't something you earn. It's something you can only receive. But look at the yoke I offer. It's my yoke. The image here is of 2 oxen walking side by side. When you take my yoke, you're not walking alone anymore. You're yoked with me. I'm the stronger one, walking beside you, bearing the real weight of the load. Your job is no longer to pull everything yourself, but simply to walk in step with me. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light. The yoke you've been carrying is heavy because it was never designed for you. It's the yoke of self-reliance, of proving your own worth. It's rough, ill-fitting, and it has chafed your spirit raw. When you try to pull that load by yourself, you're destined for exhaustion. And what will you learn as we walk together? You'll learn my nature. I am gentle and humble in heart. I don't lead with harshness or condemnation. I lead with loving kindness. My heart is a safe place for your weary soul. In learning from me, in walking with me, you discover the rhythm of grace. You learn that progress isn't made through frantic effort, but through faithful presence. And the key to this rest is surrender. You might hear the words surrender and flinch, your mind conjuring images of defeat, of giving up, of waving a white flag in failure. But the surrender I call you to isn't an act of weakness, it's your greatest act of strength. It is a bold declaration of trust. It is the very heart of what it means to be still. My yoke is easy. My burden is light. How can that be? Because the work is no longer about you earning my love. The work is about you receiving my love. The burden isn't about you proving your worth. The burden is about you trusting that your worth is already secure in me. The pressure is off. The performance is over. The striving can finally stop. This is freedom. This is the rest your soul has been aching for. Be still and know that I am God. This is one of the most misunderstood invitations in all of Scripture. Be still isn't just a suggestion to be quiet. The original language means something much stronger. Cease striving. Stop. Let go. Release your grip. It's a command to stop fighting a battle you were never meant to fight alone. It's an invitation to take your hands off the controls and remember who is truly in charge. You strive in so many ways. For approval, hoping that if you just do enough, you'll finally feel loved. For perfection, believing the lie that if you can just eliminate every flaw, you'll be safe from rejection. For control, desperately trying to manage every detail of your life because you're afraid of the unknown. You even strive to be a good enough Christian, piling up spiritual duties like stones in a heavy backpack, hoping to impress me. So how do you practice this sacred art of surrender? It begins with another invitation. Cast your cares on the Lord and He will sustain you. Think of all your worries. See each one as a heavy stone in your hands. There's the stone of your financial anxiety, the stone of your child's future, the stone of your health, the stone of a broken relationship. You've been carrying them, your muscles aching from the strain. This striving comes from a deep fear that if you stop, everything will fall apart. But listen to me. You can cease striving because I am God. While you wait, I work. While you rest, I rule. Your stillness doesn't create a vacuum, it creates a space for my divine action. Your surrender isn't an admission of defeat, it's the key that unlocks my victory in your life. To know that I am God is to rest in the glorious reality of my sovereignty. Now imagine a vast flowing river before you. This is the river of my grace. One by one, name those stones, those burdens. And as you name each one, open your hand and release it into the river. Cast the burden of your future into the water. Let it go. I hold your future. Cast the burden of your need to be perfect into the water. Let it go. My love for you isn't based on your perfection. Cast the burden of what others think of you. Let it go. My opinion is the only one that truly matters. Cast the burden of your past mistakes. Let them go. They are washed away in the river of my forgiveness. Breathe. This isn't a one-time act, but a daily, moment-by-moment practice. Every time you feel that weight settling back on your shoulders, you must return to the riverbank and cast your cares upon me. Surrender is not passivity. It is active trust. Let go, my child. I am here. I will sustain you. When you stop striving and enter my rest, you don't enter a void. You step into a landscape of unimaginable beauty and provision, described by the psalmist David, who knew me as his shepherd. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. Let this paint a picture in your heart. This is the environment of my grace. First, see the green pastures. They were a place of nourishment and safety. Sheep only rest when they feel completely safe and have been fully fed. When I make you lie down in green pastures, I'm telling you that your striving for sustenance can cease. I am your provider. I will nourish your soul. To lie down in them is to rest in the abundance I've already prepared for you. Perhaps the greatest lie you've believed is that your weakness is a liability. You see your limitations and struggles as disqualifiers. You try to hide them, thinking that to be strong for me, you must first get rid of all your frailty. My beloved child, you have it backward. I want to share a divine secret with you. The same truth I shared with my servant Paul when he pleaded with me to remove a thorn in his flesh. This was my answer to him, and it's my answer to you. Now see the still waters. Sheep need calm, quiet pools to drink from without fear. The world you live in is like a raging river. Its noise and anxiety is overwhelming. I am leading you away from that chaos, beside the still waters of my presence. Here the noise fades, the rushing stops. This is the water of the Holy Spirit, which quenches a thirst that no worldly success can satisfy. And the result of all this? He restores my soul. Your soul, your mind, will, and emotions is worn out. Restoration is not something you can achieve through more effort. It is my work. It happens when you allow yourself to be led, nourished, and quieted. I will knit together the frayed edges of your heart. I repair what was broken and rejuvenate what was exhausted. As I promised, I will refresh the weary and satisfy the faint. This landscape of grace isn't a distant dream. It's available to you right now. You don't have to strive to get here. You only have to surrender to be here. Your weakness is not an obstacle to my power. It's the arena for my power. It's the empty space I've been waiting to fill. When you finally admit your weakness, when you stop striving and confess, I can't do this on my own, you unplug from your own finite battery and plug into my infinite one. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. My grace is not just available, it is sufficient. It is enough. You feel like you don't have enough strength, wisdom, patience, or faith? My grace is sufficient. And my divine resurrection power doesn't show up most fully when you're at your strongest. It is perfected. It finds its most glorious expression in the very moments you feel your weakest.